recording. There we go. Now we won't. Now there'll be continuity. There won't be any continuity issues on the YouTube channel.
You all have to get out of Sector 7 now, please.
Slow down. Do you know what's going on? What do they want with a pillar?
Well, there's still time, but
They're going to drop the plate on us?
yes.
Those sons of bitches!
What good do they think that'll do?
Feel free to cry about it later. Right now, we need to get everyone to safety.
Wait, the watch should clear the roads first.
Ah, good thinking. Up to it.
Oh, by the way, Sky Knight, do you remember how how you mentioned they removed blood from the remake?
Avalanche, I take it?
Just a friend.
Tell Tifa to lay low. We'll take care of things here.
Well, apparently, the PS5 version, they added blood back.
To get to 7th Heaven.
I don't know where, because I never checked to see where they added blood to the game, but according to the changes, one of them was the addition of blood. Now, does that mean it's that scene that we're thinking of? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Kind of a weird addition to make on the PS5 version, but I guess they decided they could add some blood to the game and not up the rating.
What are you doing here? Get out before you get yourself killed.
My other thought is that maybe there's a scene in Yuffie's campaign that has some blood in it.
Oh no!
It's gonna crash!
Marlene!
Sky Knight, are you using the magic book by chance?
We need water! Hurry! The fire's spreading!
Okay. Well, I just thought maybe your pause in text could have been because you were looking something up in the magic book.
Oh no! Need to find another way to get there. A helicopter fell out of the sky!
Damn it! How the hell did they expect us to escape?
There's a way out! Over there!
Gotta get through.
Okay. I mean, I'm not that concerned about what you're doing. I was just like, maybe I can use my intellect to guess what Sky Knight's doing. And then I'll be impressive like Sherlock Holmes.
Finally. Hold on. Oh, you poor thing. I know it must hurt, but you've got to be brave now, okay?
Come on, keep moving this way! Hey! Hey! Over here! Come on!
I'll take you to her. Ready? Mm-hmm.
We need to get out of here,
Almost there, okay?
Maybe I should make a magic book emote.
No need to rush. Steady now. Are you hurt?
Felt a little bit too much like work. I mean, I've seen pretty good reviews for that
Don't
game,
worry about me.
but
Someone tell me what the hell is going on.
I did see some reviews that say some of the features of the game feel a bit tedious.
This way! Quickly now! Keep moving!
Can you take care of her?
Of course.
Betty, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Daddy! You'll be fine.
You think you for well?
Please,
I hate to say it, Sky Knight, but that might be a symptom of being elderly. As much as we may not like it, our taste changes as we grow. Like 10 years ago, when I would have liked Tifa more than I like Aerith.
One more bird lost. Probably for the best. After all. Change of plans. You can take it from here. Someone's been a little too adventurous.
Aerith upskirt. Next year I'll join a bingo hall. Do what my dad and his friend did when they were younger and run into a bingo hall, scream bingo, and then leave.
Please be okay. Hold on, Marlene. I'm coming for you.
Maybe you'll meet evil at that bingo hall. I'm pretty sure that people got mad at them. My dad described the story as people glared at them.
You're Marlene, right? Who are you? I'm a friend of Tifa's. Where is she? Right now, she's with Cloud and the others. Daddy too? You mean Barrett? Yep, he's there too. Wait, Daddy's not coming home? Not yet. That's why I came to find you. Tifa asked me to. She said, take care of Marlene. The thing is, this place isn't safe now. I'm gonna take you somewhere safer, okay? Are they gonna destroy the bar? Are they gonna destroy our house? I know it's hard. Just remember, you still have your daddy. You can build a new home together, anywhere. Shall we go? Huh? Hmm? You smell nice. Oh? Like a flower. I hope you remember it. Come on. Tell you what, We'll grow lots of flowers at your new house.
Do you think that I could help too?
Of course you can. Hey, what's your favorite flower?
Even if everyone makes it out alive, think of all the things that will still be lost.
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
Sung.
Before you say another word, know that your options are limited.
There's nothing to be scared of, okay? How about we make a deal?
Back to Pretty Boy. And his partner in crime, Pretty Girl.
What the hell?
Nice catch.
You're crazy.
Just like you. So suck it up, because I'm not leaving.
Damn it! You want to explain yourself, partner?
Have I mentioned how much I like Reno and Rude?
To get Marlena.
And Wedge?
I asked him to show her the way.
Okay.
He needs to stop this.
As much as I might dislike the movie, Reno and Rude were my two favorite things about that movie.
Where do you think you're going?
They got better in Remake, they did. They also got better in the movie. As much as I hate to say it, they were probably the best characters in the movie.
I don't know about you, but I'm over this shit. How do assholes like this?
And now Skynet goes, what movie? Yeah, no, they were good comical characters, but serious enough at the same time. Which is kind of how they were even in the original Final Fantasy VII. The Turks just didn't get fleshed out as much as they could have in the original Final Fantasy VII. Not all the Turks were inherently evil.
Mow him down.
The Turks were just working for Shinra.
Buzz off.
Shinra wasn't even really always the bad guys. I'd like to point out the scene where Rufus Shinra shoots one of the weapons in the face in one of the most badass cutscenes in the original game. Blows the thing's head off.
I see you! Man, you suck at hiding!
You suck at shooting. And you smell. Haha, got you.
Well,
how you want to play it, that's fine by me.
Stay sharp.
You don't need to tell me twice.
You are in trouble.
Am I?
Time to burn.
Beyblade!
Favor I can see ya. Save us all some time and give up.
Tough, but doable.
Let it rip.
Calling lightning.
Come out wherever the hell you are.
It's a good thing Cloud can take rounds from a helicopter without breaking a sweat.
You still want some more?
Yes, I noticed the same thing, Sky Knight. But I have this to say
What'd you guys rate my latest and greatest design? 11 out of 10?
after the cutscene.
Today's your unlucky day, because I never miss.
There is nothing inherently wrong with a game being linear. A lot of my favorite games are linear. The difference between this and 13 is that 13 is not as well designed.
Concentrate.
Not just on a technical front, but the characters aren't as loved. A lot of the environments in 13 aren't as interesting to look around.
Our guys are seriously struggling to take down these assholes?
And this game takes a few breaks to help break up the linearity,
Whatever you say, partner.
while 13 almost never does.
Keep them busy, will ya?
I mean, it doesn't break it up much, but you get to explore different. You get to explore Wall Market, get to explore Sector 7, you get to explore Sector 5, and you get to explore them at your leisure. Whereas 13, you don't get to explore any towns in what I played. There's never a break from combat. There's never any... the game never gives you a break from anything. It's always just moving forward.
Still in it.
I think linearity is best when you're given a chance to take a break from the usual. Whatever that entails.
Give me your best shot.
Burn.
Just like sometimes it's fun when an open world game has a linear section.
Let's do this. Time to burn.
I'm running low on items. I think what I'm saying makes sense, though. It does to me, anyway.
Mow 'em down.
And then also, in my opinion, this game's combat system is far superior to 13's. But that's very subjective, because you either love this game's combat or you hate it.
You're done. There. Let's finish this. Need a light. No more playing.
Sky Knight, now is your chance to redeem Use Your Limit.
You're done.
It's okay. I was gonna use it anyway, I just wanted to make a joke.
Bring it.
Yes, part of what I was saying was that this game is more forgiven because of the legacy it has. Part of that is because of how overrated it is, and part of that is because, well, the game is, the original game is just a good game. Yeah, 13 never gives you a break. It's dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, like you said. Finish this area, go straight to the next area. No towns to explore, no map to explore. Some of my favorite parts in RPGs is when you get to a new town, and you get to take a break from combat and just go around and talk to people. It lets the world build, and it lets the player have a break. Dragon Quest XI is a prime example of a good RPG that can be both linear and non-linear. There's plenty of linear moments in Dragon Quest XI. Like the whole beginning. And then you get a boat. And you see the world map for the first time.
Jesse!
We'll see how part 2 of this remake plays out, considering that would be when Final Fantasy VII turns open world in the original story.
Tifa. If you could see the look on your face. So, you're the guy who gets to hear my last words. Lucky me.
Like hell they're your last.
It's okay, Cloud. It's okay. They were my bombs. They were all my victims. I had it coming. My hero. So gentle.
Just try to hang on.
So dramatic. to believe we could.
Yeah. You owe me a pizza.
That's right. I do. But I don't think... Oh no. Tifa's crying. Did I say something wrong? Don't you guys have somewhere to be? It's not polite to stare, you know. Jesse.
Hey.
I'm gonna be honest, that cutscene teared me up the first time I played this. And I agree with everything you say about 13 in your paragraph there. I don't want that paragraph to go unnoticed. Yeah, by the time you get to a point in the game where you're allowed to explore fully, there's nothing to do. No one to talk to, just run around and hunt monsters. Then you look at Final Fantasy XII. That game overwhelmed me with how much you could explore pretty much right from the start. I mean, I got used to it, but it was a little jarring at first. XII's world is huge, and it's a PS2 game. I feel like I may not have given it a proper chance. 12 was hard to get into for me. I started that game over and gave it a proper chance once, and ended up loving it. I never beat it because I got to a point in the game where my disc froze when I was a kid, and so there was a boss I could beat, and the game would freeze afterwards, and I could not go any further. I was playing a used copy, so I never finished that game because I was never able to. I do own the PS4 remake slash re-release, which is the same game basically with some added content. Reminded me a lot of Star Wars. There is a lot of Star Wars influence in 12. 12 also takes place in the same world as the Final Fantasy Tactics games. Ivalice. And then, you know, because there's like judges and stuff and all of that from Final Fantasy Tactics. Never played Tactics. Tactics is fun, but you have to like Fire Emblem style tactical RPGs. If I remember correctly, there's a side quest in Tactics where you can reunite the man from the future with the flower girl. I like TBS. TBS. Turn-based strategy. Yes, I think that's what Fire Emblem and Tactics would fall under. Yeah, turn-based strategy, that's the category. Alright, real-time strategy is no pausing. Things are happening in real time. Yeah, I'm no good at RTS. The only RTS I played at all when I was a kid was Command & Conquer. And I got decently good at that. Didn't we talk about that earlier? Probably. I know we've talked about Command and Conquer earlier because of Tim Curry. Space! I mean, that wasn't his only scene though. He played one of the main characters of that Command and Conquer. He was like the Russian dude or something. Like all of the cutscenes in Command and Conquer games are live action. The fact that they got Tim Curry to be in one of them is amazing though. I like how this is the conversation we're having right after the cutscene that just happened. Alright, let's see. She needs to become fully proficient with Focused Strike. It's the only part I know, yeah. That's fine. I wouldn't expect you to play an RTS game when you don't like RTSs. You haven't played House of Ashes, right? Never. House of Ashes. Yeah, maybe. Hold on. No, I've played Man of Medan. House of Ashes. I have not played House of Ashes. That's the newest one, isn't it? Nope, I haven't played House of Ashes, and I haven't played, what was the second one called? Little Hope. Why? Is it a game you'd like to play with me, or see me play, or are you just asking? Yeah, that's a good point you're making. Okay, now I know why you're bringing up House of Ashes. What more can I say? And I happen to own it. Well, if you'd like to play it, we can play it. Neo pops in with something that looks like Kermit the Frog. What the heck is that? Oh, it's just a frog. Okay. I played Man of Medan with my dad, and we enjoyed the heck out of it. My dad and I are gonna replay Man of Medan at some point, because we want to try to get an ending where we like keep everyone alive as best we can, anyway.
I ain't done with you yet. You hear me? Think you can come up in here and do what you want? We gonna take it? Tifa! Get your ass behind cover! Now! Chopper's gonna chew you up!
Our ending was the one where the military finds you.
Still alive in
I'm sure you know what that ending is.
So we gotta keep moving if we wanna make it that far. You ready?
Yep. Time for a rematch, huh? Rude! You. It's nothing personal, bitch!
Bitch.
Miss me!
I love it. Final Fantasy VII is probably the most foul-mouthed Final Fantasy.
You're next, asshole.
Sorry, losers. Gotta play for keeps today. No time to dick around.
Plate separation authorized. Awaiting confirmation. Plate separation authorized. Awaiting confirmation.
Yeah, coming right up. Yeah? No, you don't. Not when I'm working.
Bring it on, Reno.
Separation authorized.
I kicked your ass once.
Awaiting confirmation.
Press it.
Oh yeah, have you ever played 6 with like the original translation? Not the Super Nintendo translation?
You ain't got shit on us. Okay.
Quit running away, baby.
In your tracks.
I'm pretty sure the Pixel remaster will have the original translation.
So. That's it. No choice, huh? I guess I ain't got one either.
The original translation, for example, Kefka swears a lot in the original translation, not the Super Nintendo one, but the actual OG translation before they censored it and put it on Super Nintendo in English. Ooh, the PS1 version may have had the uncensored translation that I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure it was only the Super Nintendo version that got censored when it was translated. This battle's off to a shitty start. I had DOS and NES, yeah. I had the equivalencies when I was old enough to play games. Windows 95 and PS1. Play Star Trek Borg someday. Alright, sure. That was a 95 game. I used to play a Star Trek game on Windows 95, and it may have been... Is Star Trek Borg a game where you play as Picard? It's like a third-person shooter. Well, not that one. Okay, well that's the one I used to... Whatever that one is the one I used to play. First-person FMV, like Klingon. Okay. I used to play a third-person shooter one with Picard on PC. Back in the days of my youth. Nice job, Tifa.
Come on.
Give me your best shot.
Oh, fuck.
Gotta be careful. You still paying attention.
There, you like that, Reno?
Stubborn shit burns, ain't you?
Prepping for a bombing run. I'm coming.
See what? I see you're doing whatever the hell you want. Guess I'm rubbing up on you. Heads up, guys.
Of course. A deal from Q. Might as well be a deal from the devil.
Run complete. Reload.
Oh, fuck, he got me. He got me.
Got it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, good. This is going well. Yeah. I remember the first episode with Q when they do like a trial. It's like a court trial. If I'm remembering that correctly. The first episode of TNG, that's the very first episode.
Reno, clear out now.
Wow, okay. I didn't realize that that was the very first episode, but alright.
Let's do this right. You're up.
Taking over.
Keep that thing away from me.
There! Come on! Hold on!
Watch and learn. Starting run.
I'm doing my best to talk about Star Trek here and fight Reno and Rude. No. No, 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 no. Not the pyramid. Not the pyramid. Get that motherfucking thing away from me.
I got this. Good luck.
Need my help, do you? So now.
Okay, at least I figured out a quick way to destroy the thing. Reno apparently is knocked out for the moment, so focusing on Rude. as Barrett. Thanks. Why is the camera so zoomed out? Abilities, assess. There. I love that Reno is genuinely concerned for him.
Damn it. Put your wings high.
And another pair of sunglasses comes out of the pocket.
Any landing you can walk away from. Come on, let's teach him the first two-step.
Here's the part where the battle fucking paces up.
It's when you mess with the Turks. If you're gonna pick a fight with the Turks, you better be prepared to leave in a flashback.
But it ain't me.
Come on, Reno. Come on. Come on. Come on, kill me. I'm gonna continue to focus on Reno. Reminds you of Final Fantasy. I was gonna say, the two of them have a brotherhood. For sure. Now that you mention it, Final Fantasy Brotherhood is a thing. It's an anime? I think the Final Fantasy 15 anime is called Brotherhood. Yeah, it is. Yep, it is. Final Fantasy 15. Brotherhood Final Fantasy 15 is the anime. Good game, well played. Yep. And the first episode is on YouTube, on the Final Fantasy 15 YouTube channel. Take a look at this real quick. I know we're in the middle of one of the harder boss battles in the game, but let's take a second to breathe. I'm not going to show off too much, but this is an actual thing.
起きろノクト。もうすぐだぞ。
カイムに着くのか？いや、手前で最後の補給をする。腹減った。
だな。
着いたら起こしてくれ。
So there you go. There's some of the Final Fantasy 15 anime for you.
いらっしゃいませ。
どれにしよっかな。ノクトは？
ノクト。
ハンバーガーと飲み物4つずつ。あんたのおすすめを頼む。
I'm going to assume it was Prompto taking the lettuce off of his burger. But it looks like it was Ignis for some reason. Anyway. Let's get back to the game at hand. Such attention to food. I would expect nothing less from 15. Food, that looked like food and cars. And it was everything I wanted. That apparently came out shortly before the game did, as a way to kind of promote the game. But, I mean, the animation quality actually looks good, so, I mean... It doesn't look like they just whipped something together real quick to make the promotion for the game. Yeah, it looked like a real show, yeah. I mean, quote-unquote, it was a real show, but... I get what you're saying, yes. It looked like a genuine anime. And it was. I'm gonna go with my boy Chocobo and Moogle.
Give him a shot.
Don't I have Fat Chocobo? I should have equipped Fat Chocobo. Oh, did I piss you off, Reno?
Gonna blow your ass right to hell.
Yes, I am aware of the Dante's Inferno thing. They also did a Dead Space movie, which is another EA game, so... It seemed to be an effective idea. And a Mass Effect movie, if I remember correctly. Anime movie, not like live action movie. Wasn't there a full animated Dante's Inferno? Also, that boss battle was much easier than I remember.
Confirmation.
I struggled with that boss battle the first time around.
How do we stop it? Who knows?
So, you brought up the Dante's Inferno animation. Did you ever play the game? I played the beginning of the game and then kinda gave up on it. Played and beaten. Well, you're a tougher guy than I am. I can only take so much of, fighting babies.
Commencing separation sequence. Section 1, separation imminent. Evacuate immediately. Late separation initiated.
You son of a bitch! What have you done?
Cloud!
Tifa!
I appreciate the themes.
What do we do?
That Dante's Inferno has going for it. But the one attempt I made at playing that game
Can't do this!
didn't go very far.
I found Marlene! Aerith!
Marlene? My Marlene? What did you do with her?
Where are you?
I'm at the...
Your activities unwittingly brought you into contact with the Ancient, who is now back in her custody where she belongs. For this, you have my sincerest gratitude. Alas, the sector in which you stand has been condemned.
Ancient.
Run! You have to go now!
And where exactly do you expect them to go?
Aerith!
Late separation imminent. Evacuate the area immediately.
If we don't get the hell out of here right now, we're dead.
Okay, let's get out of here. We can talk about Dante's Inferno a little more and my experience with that game after this part.
Hey! Over here! Found us a way out!
Tifa.
Come on! Come on!
I love that they all still hang off of Barrett, just like they did in the original. I get the impression that there are still some casualties. There was too many people still there. And leave it to Evil to miss the one time Kate Sith is in this game. But yeah, I still kind of get the impression that a lot of people got crushed. Barrett's reaction here is one of the better moments of the remake, I think.
Hey! Anybody out there?
Barrett! I think I hear him up ahead.
Yeah, I mean, characters we met got out,
And push!
and characters we didn't meet got out.
Marlene. Marlene. Marlene! Marlene! Biggs! Wedge! Jesse! God damn it! God damn you! God damn you all! Marlene. Marlene.
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hold on to this anger, okay?
At the moment, Barrett thinks he's lost his whole world. Mostly, you know, his daughter.
Barrett. Marlene's fine.
Huh?
Aerith found her.
Aerith. Is that the girl they took?
Yeah. That's her.
What the hell's going on?
I asked Aerith to find Marlene and take her somewhere safe.
And she did? You sure?
And he gets a glimmer of hope
Where you going?
from Cloud. In my opinion, it's a good growing moment for both characters. Barrett is the character that Cloud, at the moment, got along with the least. Barrett and Cloud's relationship is almost like Evil and I's relationship, but with a bit more real contempt. But in that moment, Cloud decided to do his best to help Barrett feel better a little bit. I just wanted to double check, make sure there wasn't anything back here. If you can hear it, I am choking up a little bit, but I'm doing my best not to. Seeing someone as strong as Barrett break down can, yeah.
How could this happen? I didn't really think that... What the hell is going on?
I like the chance that the Midgar soldiers here got to realize, you know, look what Shinra was willing to sacrifice. The two of you would have been dead.
Hey, you can't give up. How would I know? Can't even imagine.
Yep, it's a bit like Laguna from 8, seeing a hardened...
I said, where you going?
Someone as tough as Barrett.
It's in the Sector 5 slums.
And that's where Marlene is?
Where we hope she is.
Tell me she is. Give me something to hang on to. Even if she's not, I won't blame you for it, I swear. Who am I kidding? I'd probably try to tear your head off.
Hey, Tifa, know anything about ancients?
I know I've heard of them at least.
They come up in planetology books. Meant to be the original stewards of the planet. Could even commune with it, talk to it and stuff.
That must be why the Turks wanted her so badly.
In my veins flows the blood of ancients. This planet is my birthright. You have failed again, I see. But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what you want?
Keep in mind that Sephiroth has already been killed by Cloud
Let's go.
at this point in the story. I know that's a bit of a spoiler, I suppose, but I mean, it's a game from 1997. A little more than a paper cut? I think it was a bit more than a paper cut.
It's like there's a hole in this
That's... okay, the scene I'm referring to is the flashback scene where Sephiroth runs Cloud through with a sword, and then Cloud grabs the sword and just whips Sephiroth off the ledge. Sephiroth dies in that moment. That's why we have the whole reunion thing going on. The Sephiroths that Cloud sees, even throughout the original game, are just Genova pieces. Yeah, he is slowly coming back to life. Yes. But if I remember correctly, Sephiroth uses pieces of Genova and his immense connection to Genova to create clones of himself, basically, that are much weaker than he is, but he uses them to go around and fuck with stuff.
Wait. Over there.
What the hell are they doing here?
Their jobs, probably. Just focus on seeing Marlene again. Nothing else.
Huh?
Yes, he is able to exert his will through Genova cells. That is part of what I'm talking about. That is why he's able to manipulate Cloud.
Well, this is a fine mess.
How bad is it here?
Compared to Sector 7, we're doing fine. But that's hardly an accomplishment.
Is there anything to do around here right now? I'm pretty sure all I can do is, like, look around. I don't think there's any, like, side quests to do around here right now or anything.
What do we need for tomorrow?
Is my boy Chadley around? Another hand job, perhaps? Quite literally a hand job. Oh, I gotta talk to my boy Andrea.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Thanks to you, I did.
Good. Now never let it go again.
One hand job, please.
Chocobos are so frightened they're refusing to move.
My hands are mighty sore at the moment.
What's with all these soldiers in the streets all so,
Hey there. We're a pharmacy, but we stock other stuff too.
Dude's jacking my style.
Thanks a bunch.
I never thought the plate would come down.
I got this to say about Dante's Inferno / the Divine Comedy. The Devil May Cry games are the best Divine Comedy inspired material ever.
the first thing
And obviously those games have almost nothing to do with the Divine Comedy. It's just a wacky, woohoo Japanese game that takes inspiration from the Divine Comedy.
They were both in pretty bad shape. Let me through, damn it! But Wedge wasn't up there with them. He got out.
All right.
Come on now. There's no need to be afraid.
I've been thinking, y'all. We gotta go find the others.
Huh?
If we don't look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud. Gonna need your help with it, too.
Right.
Here's the part in the original game where we climb we climb up to the plate. Which I always felt like that part was a little silly in the original, but I still loved it anyway. Yeah, the weird jumping section. Not a platforming section, though. I remember there was one part where there was like one or two parts where you had to swing, but it was basically just time the button press. There was no other input required. Sky Knight, I don't know if you've ever played any of the Devil May Cry games or seen them.
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
But come on then, pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
The Devil May Cry games are made by Capcom, And the original Devil May Cry was a rejected version of Resident Evil 4 that became its own game. The first Devil May Cry was so action-packed that they were like, this can't be a Resident Evil game, but we could make a different game out of it. So the first Devil May Cry has a lot in common with a classic Resident Evil game as far as setting is concerned, but the combat is very hack and slash and over the top. So it basically started as a spin-off of Resident Evil, almost. But you've got the main character's name is Dante. He has a twin brother named Virgil. Their father's name is Sparta. There's a lot of... The story involves demons and the underworld and the overworld and humans. That's what I mean by inspired by the Divine Comedy, but not retelling it.
Did a plate really fall? World's just too dangerous these days not to keep a weapon at your side.
Yeah, I am going to stream the Devil May Cry games. In fact, I've already streamed the first one, and I'm halfway through streaming the second one. My favorite one is the third one, which is a prequel to the whole series. Unlike Metal Gear, I'm not playing them chronologically, though. I'm just playing them in order of release. But to give you a quick idea of the story, Dante and his brother Virgil are half demon, half human. Their father, Sparta, was a demon, and their mother was a human. And for whatever reason, Sparta was a demon who fought to protect humans. Yeah. After this part of the game, I'll show you a cutscene from the beginning of Devil May Cry 3. But I don't really want to spoil this moment. Dante does not have a dark side that he has to resist, but he does have a demon side that he can activate to make himself stronger. It makes him look like his father.
That's the house.
Marlene! Marlene!
It's called Devil Trigger in the games. It's funny talking to somebody who's never heard of or seen Devil May Cry. I don't get many opportunities to talk to someone who's never heard of them. Especially after 5 came out.
Marlene? Is she here?
Barrett!
Sorry, I'm Barrett. Marlene's my little girl. Marlene, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel. She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a pink dress today.
Upstairs.
Huh? Oh.
I said she's sleeping. I want to see her too. Come on, let's go look in on her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
Maybe you should join your friend upstairs.
Still, seeing Barrett, freaking out a little bit.
Marlene, my baby. Thank God.
Shh. Shinra has my daughter now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful. I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault. It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
Because she's an ancient. That it?
So she told you about that. She must trust you all a great deal. Yes, Aerith is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering. About 15 years ago. My husband, he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines. But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him. But he didn't come. I couldn't help fearing the worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray. And that's how I met her and her mother. I thought maybe they'd run away from Wall Market, or that they were topsiders fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot. Take Aerith somewhere safe. Those were her mother's dying words. My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me. It took no time at all for her to start feeling like family. She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories. Like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility. And how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no. This one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Mommy, don't be sad.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue. So I asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action. things like that. She'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy. And then came the knock.
Coming! No! Go away!
Aerith, you know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the promised land. Some believe the promised land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real. Which is why Shinra would like very much for Aerith to help us.
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
But Aerith, even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Aerith was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home once they get what they need.
I doubt it.
You're not planning anything, are you? Don't make things worse than they already are. If I lost her too, I don't know if I could ever. Just don't.
Cloud, maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Aerith go when it's all over. Maybe we'd be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of. Like checking up on the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's that.
Take care of yourselves now.
I'm gonna check the rooms up here real quick, just in case there might be items in them or something. Can we rename this stream the saddest day ever? Between Metal Gear Solid 5's opening and this game, yeah, it's been like downer stream.
We're gonna win this fight, I promise.
I am excited to see Barrett's backstory in remake form. With the justice they pulled off in these scenes, I think they'll do well with it if they can keep up this quality. For as happy of a character as Barrett is, he has one of the more tragic pasts. But isn't that usually the case?
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah. The happiest people are often the saddest.
My heart is still pounding. I'll keep you guys safe. No more shakes. Even if there is.
First it was all like shaking, then it was all like boom, crash, bam.
This somber acoustic music probably fits this scene the best.
I swear. People heard gunfire at the pillar.
Breaking news. Missed hours in morning following the collapse of the Sector 7.
Feel like a
In fact, this acoustic guitar almost feels like Silent Hill music. When Silent Hill decides to do a somber moment. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Sky Knight. You definitely can't just decide to make yourself happy.
My ears are still ringing from it.
This wasn't an accident, was it?
This kind of thing isn't supposed to happen.
Over there.
Turn it off like a light switch. I think the worst thing is that sometimes the reconciliation required to achieve happiness, or to begin to achieve happiness, requires the burning of bridges.
Let's keep moving.
It's not the most desirable requirement, but sometimes that's what it takes.
You're dead.
As just an extreme example, I suppose.
Don't overdo it.
Finish him off! See ya! Think fast! That's that! You ready?
Let's move, move, move!
Not so fast.
Okay, let's see. Focus Strike is almost maximized. And Barrett's special is Lifesaver. Okay. Gonna have to spam Lifesaver. I like to think pursuing your passion is one of the best routes to happiness. If you're truly passionate about what you're pursuing.
It's blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through. But it's our only shot.
Which is why whenever people talk to me about anything they're passionate about, I always do my best to be enthusiastic in my responses. Even if I don't quite understand their passion. Plenty of people were supportive of my passion of streaming back when I didn't have even a tiny following. A little bit of positive reinforcement can go a long ways. Which goes back to my point about sometimes burning bridges is healthy.
That's a win.
Not everybody around you is going to support your passion. Or your happiness. As sad as it can be to talk about, yes. A lesson I learned in life, in my short life so far, is that sometimes you need to just stop talking to people who stress you out and upset you. You know, if you can. Obviously, there's situations where you can't.
Allow me. Let's finish this.
Bring it. Bingo.
Yeah, go for it. This will take a moment. That is fine. I'm always down to hear about Star Trek.
Going in. Don't stop now.
Time to end this. Big back.
Whatever.
Give him your all. Finish him off.
Am I getting... Did I max out Focus Strike yet?
You ready?
There we go, I did. Alright, cool. And Barrett, use Lifesaver. No, I don't want to flee.
Just like that, okay?
Okay, Tifa learned her new ability, so let's swap out her Sonic Strikers with the Feathered Gloves. Actually, let me upgrade the Feathered Gloves first. First thing I want to do is get an extra materia slot so that it can transfer over flawlessly. A charismatic ambassador comes aboard the Enterprise with an angry old woman. She dies, and our empathetic Troy asks, "Is there anything I can do?" She performs a ceremony that, unbeknownst to her, literally pours all of the ambassador's negative emotions into her, causing rapid aging. It takes killing her for a brief moment in order to solve the crisis and return those emotions to the person who actually harbors them. I adore that episode. I think I remember that episode. Yeah. Yeah, you want to know how to get philosophical Adam out, you just have to get him up late. Ugh. Excuse me. Ugh. Yes, they do. Or at least they are supposed to. Yeah, I still need to master Disorder as well. A story there. A story... Elaborate on what you mean. I'm not sure what I said where you mean you hear a story. Or are you maybe lightly referencing a certain X? Maybe you're referencing a certain X. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that X, actually. I was thinking more about people I once called friends, who, a long time ago, who I wouldn't consider friends anymore. I have plenty of, well, I have a handful of friends that I've been friends with since childhood, but there are definitely plenty of people who I would once call friends that I no longer call friends. Wow, I forgot those things blow up. But I think that's just life. It's pretty normal for friends to no longer be friends eventually. In my preference, though, friendship should go like it goes in Final Fantasy 15. Friends to the bitter end. Or I should say bittersweet. Right. Comrades in arms until the end. I think an expression that already exists explains it well. Through thick and thin. Those are the best kinds of friendships.
Nothing's gonna stop.
You would say that.
Come on.
They're having a conversation while Cloud is just dying. What do you want him to suck on, Barrett? Right. Yeah. Friends is a word that gets overused and under I don't know. It's not used it's not a how am I trying to put this? It doesn't carry the weight it should. Not in most uses. Cobwebs, question mark. Diluted, yeah. Like the word literally.
Not so fast. Here, you need to provide due compensation.
In my opinion, the word friends should have a weight to it. That it often doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the issue. And I think a lot of that goes back to school and, you know, teachers telling people to be friends with everybody. Just be friends with everybody. I think the better expression is be friendly with everybody. But don't be friends with everybody. Is this the long way of telling us we're not your friends? No. Be civil with everyone, yeah. By everyone, I'm referring to, of course, everyone at the school with you. They're telling you to be friendly/civil with your classmates. Yeah, obviously. But it comes across as, let's be friends with everybody. I think I'm hilarious. You are hilarious, Neo.
Let's turn this around. Yeah, bring it home.
Great.
Okay, let's go. Stay strong. It's on you.
Yeah.
I got this.
My advice on friendship is try to have a few good friends and then be content with that.
I got your number.
Also, Michael Myers over here is kicking my ass.
Second wave.
Yes, I agree, Sky Knight.
Calling fire.
I don't know how we got to the point of the stream where we're talking about the power of friendship, but that's where we are right now.
Ain't got nothing on me.
Captain Planet, obviously. Yep. Yeah, people change, and that's the biggest reason that friends one day aren't friends tomorrow. It's all this death and destruction around us.
Finally, those assholes were really getting on my nerves. Y'all don't have a chance.
Let's switch it up.
Love you, kiss my ass. Golden opportunity right here. Gotta love it.
We are just dying.
I know you can do it.
Yes.
I'm up for anything.
Fuck. I need a cure all. I need to do cure all. That's what I need. Oh, fuck these enemies and their goddamn poison. I hate status ailments in this Final Fantasy game. Fuck you. Just because using an item takes a whole ATB gauge, which means trying to use 3 antidotes is a pain in the ass. Oh, we're in good shape. It does feel brutal sometimes, but at the same time, in most cases, it prevents you from spamming items and just using items to win the game. But sometimes it also makes you not want to use items because it's like, yep, there goes a whole gauge, bar of my ATB gauge. Not that the original Final Fantasy VII was any better. This is actually a problem that dates back to even the original Final Fantasy VII. If your whole party got poisoned in that game, it took 3 turns to have your party not poisoned anymore. Having 1 quadrillion GMP over OP. I'm sorry that I have so much goddamn money in Metal Gear Solid 5. And I'm sorry that I can't delete that money. Konami won't let me. I earned that money after 270 hours of playing the game. If it were the console version of the game, I could just load it up on a different account and call it a day, but it's the PC version. Which means I get one save file. Online and offline. And the online one can't be deleted.
Does it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere.
Not anymore, there isn't.
This road's still good. Pretty sure this ought to take us straight to the Sector 5 slots.
Alright, now that we've hit a moment of respite, let me show you a cutscene from Devil May Cry 3. This should be a good palate cleanser. Let me skip ahead to the cutscene I'm talking about. Actually, we could just start here. This is going to give us a few minutes to breathe. I am going to be ending the stream soonish because it's getting late, but this will give us a few minutes to relax. Goodbye, philosophy. Hello, hilarity. Yep. I need a palate cleanse. That's as good as I'm going to fit the screen at the moment.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human
PS2
race.
game, by the way.
With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting. But in the end, only one was left standing.
Now, Dante's my kind of main character. And I'm not saying that because he's muscly and shirtless at the moment. Naked. No.
Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls. You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
from your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
Invitation, huh?
Why was the quality only 720p? I mean, 480p.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
So there you go, and the game really does let you do shit like that during the combat. You can jump on enemies and skateboard around on them. For example. My eyes cannot process all the man it is seeing. Yep. In Devil May Cry 5, Dante does a Michael Jackson dance in one of the cutscenes. With a glove. Yeah, he has, well, I mean, he has gloves on.
Weimer! You're alive!
Still in one piece?
Who else made it out?
I wish I knew. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others.
This is bad. We need able-bodied men and women.
Shit, thing won't even budge. God damn it all! My family didn't deserve this!
Where's Daddy?
He'll be back in a little bit.
Not like I've got a choice.
We just hopped back into the sad zone.
I really hope that all my friends are okay.
I'm sure they are, honey. Don't worry.
Anything like Twilight Zone. It's like the Twilight Zone, the Danger Zone, and
Never know what you're gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
a funeral all in one.
Careful out there.
Anyway, I think this is actually a pretty good spot to stop. It's almost 8:30. Thanks to Austin Powers at the start of movie 2. Yeah, I think we'll save here for now. Oh, thank God. What do you mean, oh, thank God? Oh. Oh, okay. There. Yeah. I remember him getting all excited about being single again. And then no sadness is experienced from that point on. As he, like, claps with her hand. Anyway, that was a fun stream today. Thanks for joining me. I had a lot of fun with Metal Gear. Especially when I found out that I had billions of dollars and a ton of vehicles. Anyway, it's been fun. I hope you guys have a good night. I'll be back with Silent Hill and Resident Evil 2 Classic on Friday. So good night, everybody. Take care. And yeah, until next time.